Hi, I'm Sam. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to discuss whether it's worth joining the army when you are, in fact, a little bit older. And by a little bit older, I mean in your 30s. So as a phase 2 instructor myself, I'm seeing a lot more of people who have gone out of the army and then gotten back in the army because when they got out and they were a little bit disgruntled with the army, they got out and Civvy Street wasn't quite what they thought it was going to be. So they've got back into the army and they're in their 30s now. And I just want to discuss whether that's a good thing or bad thing, rejoining. And also, if you've never been in the army before and you're just thinking about joining the army, and because you're 30 or 31, you think that you're too old. So I'm just going to go through some good points and bad points. So I think I'm going to start off with the bad points first, and then we'll finish on a high. Now, I know I'm going to get comments about, I've been getting comments in the past about, in fact, I've been promoting the army too much and it's not what I say it is. People have different experiences in the army. My experience has been really good. That's why I promote the army, but I also release videos about why it might not be for you as well. So let's get into the bad points first. So I would say the first bad point, if you're going to join the army in your 30s, is the fact that pay is going to be bad and you are going to have to plan for this. When I'm talking bad, it is bad, below minimum wage. And if you've already got a mortgage, then you might not be able to pay that mortgage. So you are going to have to plan. And I have got a video on how much soldiers get paid in basic training on my channel. So you can have a look at that and it'll detail exactly how much you're going to get paid. But your pay will go up after 6 months or so, a certain number of weeks. So pay is bad to begin with. You'll also move around a lot, especially if you've already got a family and you'll bring them into the army, and I'll talk about the good points and bad points of that. You will be moving around a lot, and especially with schooling, and if your partner gets a job, then they have to be uprooted. So that's something else to think about as well. You'll also be getting direction from people a lot younger than you, and some people, they cannot handle that whatsoever. You might be a 33-year-old bloke in basic training, and there might be a 21, 22-year-old screaming in your face, and you will have to get over that. You'll have to get over that if you're going to make it through basic training. And you'll also see a lot of immaturity as well. And what'll happen is you will always be the course leader. Wherever you go, it'll be like, right, who's the oldest? You'll put your hand up and you'll be the course leader and you'll be in charge of taking care of the young ones. You'd have to weigh that up. Is it a good or a bad thing? Because in fact, it can be a good thing as well, because you've had that life experience and you can provide a little bit of big brother advice to those young soldiers that have just joined up. So they're kind of like the main bad points, I would say. So the good points is, with regards to a family, if you're living with your parents still or anything like that now, and you can afford to get a house, you will get a house in the military. You'll join the military. If you're married or if you've got a partner and you've got children together, you will get a house. And some of the houses are pretty cheap. Some of the houses are pretty bad, mind, but some of them are pretty good and they're pretty cheap. It might only cost you like £300 a month for a house, and you've got your family with you all the time. Also, it'll provide stability, especially at this uncertain time with jobs and everything. You'll get paid every single month. That's one good thing. You won't get paid a lot to begin with, but as you progress, you will be getting paid more and more, and you'll get paid every single month as well. And like I said earlier, you've kind of had that life experience as well, so you'll be a little bit mature, and that goes down well when it comes to reporting times as well. And the chances are you might move on that little bit faster than those guys that are younger than you. What's been happening as well, certainly in the signals, is people have been getting 30-year jobs now. So they've been extended. You can extend for 24 years, and now you can extend up until 30 years. So essentially, you can join when you're 30, and you could be in a job up until you're 60. So that's pretty decent as well. And with regards to the housing, you've got the British Army Help to Buy scheme. So what happened is, once you serve 12 months in the military, the army will then give you money to help you on a down payment in order to buy your own house, and then you can keep your family where they are. You might have to live away from them, which I suppose could go into the bad side of it all, but you will have a house and the army will help you to buy that house as well. So there are good things and bad things with joining a little bit older, but I think you just got to put it in perspective that the money will be poor to begin with. However, as you progress further through the ranks, and it'll get better, and also you could have some real job security there, especially if you've been going from job to job in the past, and now you're thinking, oh, I wish I joined the army when I was a young lad. Well, do you know what? Those 30 years are going to pass anyway. By the time you get to 60, you'll be like, I should have just joined the army when I was 30. So do you know what? Try it. You can give it a go. And if it's not for you, you haven't lost anything. You can just go back to becoming a civilian. You haven't lost anything. And that's kind of what happened. People have gotten out that I've seen now, and they're getting back in because of the job stability. And it can be difficult to keep a job at this moment in time. So I do see a lot of rejoiners who are older. Some of them keep their rank as well, which is a good thing, fortunately. But I would say, if you're thinking about it, there's nothing stopping you from giving it a go. And if you don't like basic training, then you can get out and you haven't lost anything. But if you think when you get to 60 and you look back and you haven't really achieved anything, and then you think, oh, I wish I joined the army when I thought about it, there's nothing stopping you. Just have a look, go to the Armed Forces Careers Office and see what they say. And if you don't like it, get out. If you do have any questions, please just ask, and I'll always get back to them all. Take care. Bye.